By three methods we may learn wisdom. First, by reflection, which is noblest. Second, by imitation, which is easiest. And third, by experience, which is the bitterest. The funniest people are the saddest ones. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. The gem cannot be polished without friction, nor man perfected without trials. He who knows all the answers has not been asked all the questions. The way out is through the door. Why is it that no one will use this method? We have 2 lives, and the second begins when we realize we only have one. The superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. The man who says he can, and the man who says he cannot, are both correct. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Consideration for others is the basis of a good life, a good society. Never give a sword to a man who can't dance. It is more shameful to distrust our friends than to be deceived by them. Learning without thought is labor lost. Thought without learning is perilous. When a wise man points at the moon, the imbecile examines the finger. Without knowing the force of words, it is impossible to know more. Don't do unto others what you don't want done unto you. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. To be wealthy and honored in an unjust society is a disgrace. When it is obvious that the goals cannot be reached, don't adjust the goals, adjust the action steps. Hold faithfulness and sincerity as first principles. Silence is a true friend who never betrays. If what one has to say is not better than silence, then one should keep silent. It is easy to hate and it is difficult to love. This is how the whole scheme of things works. All good things are difficult to achieve, and bad things are very easy to get. If your plan is for 1 year, plant rice. If your plan is for 10 years, plant trees. If your plan is for 100 years, educate children. Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. Forget injuries, never forget kindnesses. Education breeds confidence. Confidence breeds hope. Hope breeds peace. When you see a good person, think of becoming like her, him. When you see someone not so good, reflect on your own weak points. In a country well governed, poverty is something to be ashamed of. In a country badly governed, wealth is something to be ashamed of. To see what is right and not do it is the worst cowardice. Better a diamond with a flaw than a pebble without. Wheresoever you go, go with all your heart. The beginning of wisdom is to call things by their proper name. Study the past if you would define the future. A lion chased me up a tree, and I greatly enjoyed the view from the top. The superior man thinks always of virtue. The common man thinks of comfort. Only the wisest and stupidest of men never change. If you make a mistake and do not correct it, this is called a mistake. Time flows away like the water in the river. Don't complain about the snow on your neighbor's roof when your own doorstep is unclean. Have no friends not equal to yourself. The man of wisdom is never of two minds. The man of benevolence never worries. The man of courage is never afraid. The man who asks a question is a fool for a minute. The man who does not ask is a fool for life. It is not the failure of others to appreciate your abilities that should trouble you, but rather your failure to appreciate theirs. Give a bowl of rice to a man and you will feed him for a day. Teach him how to grow his own rice and you will save his life. You cannot open a book without learning something. Music produces a kind of pleasure which human nature cannot do without. The hardest thing of all is to find a black cat in a dark room, especially if there is no cat. Respect yourself and others will respect you. I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. Attack the evil that is within yourself, rather than attacking the evil that is in others. What the superior man seeks is in himself. What the small man seeks is in others. To be wronged is nothing, unless you continue to remember it. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop.